I'm in Florida this week, and my assistant informed me I don't have any videos for YouTube. So my niece is here with me. We are at my dad's poolside, and she's going to be asking me 10 questions about the real estate market in South Atlanta. So here we go. I'm Heather Jenkins, your South Atlanta relocation expert, and let's hear what questions my niece will ask about moving to South Atlanta.
If I were moving to South Atlanta, what are the first 3 towns you'd tell me to look at?
Well, I think it would depend on your budget. I'm definitely partial to Senoia since that's where we live, but I think it would really depend on your budget and what you're looking for. Are you looking to be closer to the interstate, closer to shopping? Are you looking for top schools? Are you looking for more rural? So I think a lot would go into that question before I could really give you the top 3 towns.
What can I realistically buy for $500,000 in South Atlanta?
That's a great question. I think if you look in Fayette County, you're going to notice you're going to be getting an older home, probably 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a smaller lot. If you move over to Coweta County, you're definitely going to get more bang for your buck. I have a house under contract right now, actually, that we listed for $500,000 in Senoia, and it was 5 bedrooms, 3 full baths, about 3,400 square feet, and it was on half an acre lot. So it really depends on the city you're looking in, how far that money can stretch.
What's the biggest misconception people have about living in South Atlanta?
I think a lot of people probably think it's more rural and that we're far away from everything, but really there's shopping within 10-15 minutes to get to Walmart, Target, Old Navy, things like that. To get to the city, it's only about an hour, so it's really kind of the best of both worlds because it's a little bit more quieter in South Atlanta. Definitely not more rural, but it can be the further south you go in Coweta and Fayette counties. But I think a lot of people just think we're in the middle of nowhere in Georgia, and we're really not.
Peachtree City or Senoia? Which would you choose?
That's easy. I live in Senoia, so I'm going to always pick that. It's super close to Peachtree City, so we can enjoy all the benefits of Peachtree City without paying the Peachtree City prices and the Fayette County taxes.
How bad is Atlanta traffic, really?
I don't think it's worse than really any other metro area. Driving around Detroit, traffic was bad at rush hour. It's bad in Atlanta at rush hour. I think it just depends. Although I will say if I had to do the drive to Atlanta every single day, I would be very strategic about where I picked my house so that it would I wouldn't have to drive as much in the traffic. But I don't really think that it's any worse than any other metro area.
How far are you actually from the Atlanta airport?
From Senoia, where we live, it's probably about 35 minutes. If you live in areas, Peachtree City, you can probably get there. If you're in North Peachtree City in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. If you're in Newnan or Sharpsburg, close to the freeway, you can get there pretty quickly. So the further south you get, there's not quick access to freeways where we are in Senoia, so most of our commute is driving up a busier road to get to the freeway. That's our longest part, and then we're only on the freeway for a minute.
Can you actually drive golf carts everywhere?
If you're in Peachtree City, you can drive golf carts just about anywhere in Peachtree City. So I wouldn't say anywhere. The golf cart paths in Peachtree City aren't connected to other cities. In Senoia, we do have golf cart accessible neighborhoods to downtown Senoia, but that's only going to get you just about a 3-mile area. So not everywhere, but if you're looking for golf cart living, I definitely would recommend Peachtree City.
What's something people don't realize until after they move to Georgia?
One thing I think I would mention is allergies. A lot of people do not have allergies until they move here to Georgia. My son, for one, he never had issues with allergies until we moved to Georgia. The doctors will say there's 2 seasons, winter and allergy season. So I think that's probably one of the things I would say. Also, moving from the north where we didn't have any venomous snakes or venomous anything, and coming here, there are several venomous snakes, and scorpions and black widows and brown recluses, and so that was kind of different. I was a tomboy and grew up catching snakes in Michigan, so coming down here and not being able to grab snakes out of the yard and teaching my boys that not all snakes are good snakes was surprising to me.
If I wanted more land and privacy, where would you tell me to look?
I would say look in parts of Newnan, have offer acreage, larger lots, parts of Sharpsburg, Brooks in Fayette County, a little bit more rural, has more spread out areas. Fayetteville as well, South Fayetteville has larger lots, a little bit of a more rural feel. South Senoia and like south areas of Newnan, I would say, where it kind of gets a little bit away from the more city feeling, you could get land and privacy out there. The closer you are to kind of the hubs of the city, it's going to be more of a city feel. In Peachtree City, there are some neighborhoods that have larger lots, but those also come with a premium.
You've lived in Michigan, the Bahamas, and Georgia. Why did you stay in Georgia?
I think Georgia is the happy medium for what we are looking for our family. We wanted to get out of the Michigan winters. We were only in the Bahamas temporarily. We loved the sun, but then that made us realize we wanted a little bit of a break from the sun too. So Georgia is kind of a happy medium. We have longer summers, shorter winters, and our springs and falls are pretty mild. So we can also be to the mountains quickly. We can be to the beaches quickly. We have family in Michigan, family in Florida. We can get to them quickly. So that's why we stay here in Georgia. We love it here.
What advice would you give to someone in their 20s wanting to buy versus rent? Homes are so expensive. How can we make it happen?
That's a great question. I probably wouldn't discount renting right off the bat. I think it depends on if you plan on staying in an area long-term or not. If you think you're going to be moving away, then I definitely wouldn't recommend buying. I'd probably recommend renting first. I would also say that your first house doesn't need to be your dream house. It can be your stepping stone, your starter home, so to speak, that will allow you to build equity. I would say when you're young, the sooner you can start managing your credit, making sure you keep a good credit score, keep on time with any payments you have, saving a little bit, even if it's just a little bit each month that you can save towards down payment or closing costs is going to help. Not having too much debt to begin with. Debt management is probably the most important because getting qualified for a home is going to be based on your debt to income ratio. Most likely when you're starting off, your income's not going to be as high, so you want to make sure your debt isn't too high either. I would say start when you can, when your finances are ready and you know where you're going to be, and I would let your first house be your stepping stone to your next house or possibly your dream house.